Hello.
How's your team looking after the international break? Of course, Zinchenko was out, said he might be fit for after the break, and obviously Thomas Partey as well getting sent home for international duty with an injury. How are you looking? How are those two?
We just finished the last training session. Obviously, we had many players arriving yesterday, so we had a short period to prepare the match, but the boys look in good condition.
Thomas Frank said after the Brentford game that he believes you're ready to challenge for the title. I'm not going to ask you whether you think that, but just how much confidence is your squad feeling at the moment, and what is the mentality like with that squad right now?
The mentality doesn't change, that we have to go game by game, that we need to look to get better and improve in many areas that we have to get much better at, and being humble and at the same time really ambitious is our way forward for us to achieve what we want.
Antonio Conte was giving you a lot of praise the way you've started the season, and what about the way they've started the season, because they are just 1 point behind you? It's been a pretty impressive start for Spurs.
Yeah, not only the start, obviously the journey that they had since Antonio joined as well, and how things change, and the team that is building, and a very clear identity that they have in the way of playing. Obviously, it's really impressive. So we know that I think both teams expect a really tough match tomorrow.
I suppose you don't need any extra motivation for a North London derby, but I just wondered, are you going to be using the game against them at the back end of last season as motivation to take into this game at the Emirates this weekend?
As you said, I think it's all about emotion and just willingness to get to that moment and have enjoyment. It's the nicest game of the season by a mile for what it means to our supporters, for the history of it. And now as well, because looking at the table and where we both team wants to be becomes a really important match. So I think the word is excitement.
And just finally, there's a couple of players potentially their first North London derbies. Have you told them about your experiences, about what it's like to play in this fixture? Have any of the other players done so?
They know what to expect, yes.
Thank you again.
Antonio Conte was very complimentary of you and Arsenal yesterday. He said you're a better team than last season. So do you agree with him on that?
Well, first of all, thank you, and hopefully we are. But the next few months will unveil that. But we want to get better than what we are today as well.